the perfect synthesis of tradition and modernity.
You can see
Because he has the natural ability to be able to just adapt himself.
He's really an all-round musician and a superlative singer.
Uniquely talented person.
और इस वक्त तो मेरे नज़र में नहीं आता कि इस कैलिबर का कोई और आर्टिस्ट है.
You know, you have jack of all trades. You have master of one and jack of all. He is master of all.
बहुत ही phenomenal चीज़ है.
He's exceedingly versatile.
His talent is immense.
That's why I call him a complete artist.
Very, very dynamic.
So much. His repertoire is very large and big.
An extremely underestimated artist.
Should be most celebrated musician, in my opinion, of this era.
You are music. Truly a gifted singer. Western, Indian, synthesis, classical, folk, whatever you might tell him, he'll sing it with equal competence and he'll compose it with equal ease.
He has absolutely no air about it. I think
he is a genius, to put it.
Middle class South Indian family. I don't think anything major musical was happening in my family or my life at that moment. When I was about 3.5 years old, I saw an instrument lying there and I straight away started playing the instrument. In the sense, I started playing a song on the instrument. So actually, that's how the journey just began. There's a beginning of the entry of music into my life, or our life, our family. I said, if I want to learn, I want to learn the veena. Why? Because it looks beautiful. So see the beauty of my parents. They said, yeah, okay, we'll teach you veena, no problem.
Six o'clock veena class, 6 to 7. 7 o'clock வீட்டில் வந்து யூனிஃபார்ம் போட்டு ஸ்கூலுக்கு போனோம். ஸ்கூலு போய் 1:15 மணி மடங்கி வருவேன். പിന്നെ சாப்பிட்டு ഹോംവർക്കൊക്കെ ചെയ്തിട്ട് സായന്ത്രം 4 മണിക്ക് പാട്ട് ക്ലാസ്.
The teacher was so beautiful that she used to teach me singing also, because what she used to say that only when you can sing your kriti well, you'll be able to execute it on the veena well. So that's where, I slowly started learning singing. I used to sing the kritis which I play on the veena. More than singing Carnatic music the way it is actually, she taught me how to use Carnatic music as your vocabulary and use it anywhere. She was open-minded. She said, use it in your film songs, use it in your ghazal, use it in your pop songs, use it in your performances. You can do anything if you're fundamental about Carnatic classical music, about melody, about rhythm, about shruti, about composition. It's very strong. Talent which is not utilized is useless talent. You need a person like that to push you and see to it that your talent is made use of. And that was my mother. Ours is a house of 3 casual people who are not serious about anything in life. Like me, my father, and my brother. So you needed one person who's practical, who's rational, who understands the situation, the reality of the situation, and holds the family together. She used to take us from pillar to post, and I was too young to travel by bus. So she used to come, accompany me, go from class to class, and see to it that I practice every day. And is still doing it.
அப்பாவுக்கு எப்படின்னாக்கா எஜுகேஷனும் இந்த எக்ஸ்ட்ரீமில் இருக்கணும், மியூசிக்கும் இந்த எக்ஸ்ட்ரீமில் இருக்கணும். மியூசிக் வர்றதுங்கிறதுக்கு வேண்டி எஜுகேஷனை விடக்கூடாது, இல்லை எஜுகேஷன் இருக்குங்கிறதுக்கு வேண்டி மியூசிக்கை இது பண்ணக்கூடாது. சரஸ்வதி கடாட்சம் இருக்குது, படிக்கணும். அந்த டைமில் நாங்கள் ஆலோசிக்கலை இந்த மாதிரி மியூசிக்கில் போகணும்னு நாங்கள் நினைக்கல. அதனால படிப்பிலையும் கம்ப்யூட்டர் இன்ஜினியரிங் பண்ணி பாஸ் அப்படிதான் நாங்கள் நினைப்போம்.
I was in charge of developing the software in Oracle and all that. But at the same time, every alternate day I used to get a call from this studio, from that studio, from this show. Daddy, come and just dub this here, come and this. And whenever I used to walk into the studio, the kind of joy that I used to get, the kind of peace of mind, the kind of involvement that I had, that I never used to have in my job. Though I was enjoying that too. There were great people over there. So this thing was always there, that should I, get into music? Should I take music as a choice? Because this is a very, very cushy job, That is where, Sangeeta comes in, and she just said one statement that, there can be a billion engineers, but I think there can be only one Shankar Mahadevan.
हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है. हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है.
Difficult decision, but I guess it was the right decision. There is something that is inside me which is telling me that I have to try it, and it has to be now or never. I don't want to become 50 years old and regret that, oh shit, I should have done it. It's too late now. Why didn't I do it?
रोके तुझको आंधियां, क्या जमीन और आसमां पाएगा, जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य तो हर हाल में पाना है.
நீ போய் பாரு, அப்படி உனக்கு அதில் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன் இல்லைன்னா நீ மடங்கி எங்களுக்கு வா, ஆல்வேஸ் வெல்கம் அப்படி சொல்லி தைரியமா அனுப்பினான். கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு பயமாக தான் இருந்தது, அப்புறம் பழகி.
A person who does something that he really, really loves doing for a living is the greatest achievement a person can get, more than anything. I was extremely busy doing my jingles and singing around, performing, whatever, small shows here, there, running around up and down, trying to make a living, trying to, make a firm base for my future. Because I was just married and stuff like that.
I had to get used to his type of work because it was new to me too. Here there was no timing, there was no schedule. Sometimes he's left the studio, he's on his way back home, and then suddenly there's a call for another jingle.
singers in those days in advertising were lighter singers, you know. They were good singers, but they were not as deeply trained as Shankar, you know. So initially, whenever you wanted some classical input and also you called Shankar in, you know.
आलाप कौन गाएगा? शंकर महादेवन गाएगा.
कुछ खास है हम सभी में, कुछ बात है हम सभी में, बात है खास.
I needed with a singer with a good range, and I just loved the way he sang that tune, you know. I said, wow, yeah, what a great singer.
खास है कुछ स्वाद है, क्या स्वाद है.
After I finished singing, Louis asked, the first day I'm meeting him, I have a band, will you sing with me? And I was a nobody, you know. And Louis Banks is asking me this question. I said, of course I will.
And with him and then with Sivamani and Carl Peters, I formed the band Silk.
We did lots of concerts and we created magic in the stage. We have fun in the stage.
The band was a big, big, big success.
These are elements that enrich you as a musician. These are elements that make you grow as a musician, you know. And all these things, they help you apply these musical forms in whatever you want, you know, whether you want to sing a bhajan, whether you want to do a film song, whether you want to sing a classical song. These things help each other.
In a live situation, his best comes out, you know? Yeah, because there's an audience responding to you and there's a band behind you strongly accompanying, so that gives him that lift, you know, to bring out his best. And he takes a lot of chances as a vocalist that very few vocalists do, you know.
One of the things that Shankar Bhai always did, and that was he improved the music that you were playing with him without making it feel like that he's the one who's injecting that improvement. That was so special about him.
As well as a great singer, he was an improviser. And Shankar had this fabulous talent of improvisation. And I called him and I told him, I said, I love your voice and I would really like that we can work together.
If your intention is very, very, very strong, if you put out an intention, that to dil se they say, no? From the bottom of your heart, you wish, you wish, you wish, you wish. I think the universe, it gives you what you want. This was my wish for many, many years. I want to meet them, I want to see them play, I want to take a picture with them. I want to somehow just know them. Somehow my voice just gelled with Shakti. From that day, we played for 14 years together, every tour.
There is no quarter that he cannot traverse on, you know, in a circle of 360. Every degree, every area, every point, he knows how to negotiate.
करीब 18-19 बरस पहले हमारी बेटी लेकर आई थी उनको अपने कुछ फ्रेंड्स के साथ में कि बापूजी ये बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं, आप उनको सुनिए और आप उनको ट्रेन करिए। मैंने उनका गाना सुना, मुझे सच में बहुत अच्छा लगा। फिर मैंने कहा जो मैं गाना गाता हूँ वो अगर ये सीखेंगे तो इनको 10-12 बरस लग जाएंगे, वापिस चले जा। और ये जो अब गा रहे हैं ये आज के आज काम कर सकते हैं.
At that time, I asked Shankar Bhai to sing a full song, a full ghazal actually. I think that was the first full song for a movie that he sang. And that movie was called In Custody.
नसीब आज़माने के दिन आ गए करीब उनके.
There was an idea in my mind that I had discussed with many musicians and singers, including some very, very important classical singers also.
He said, Shankar Sahab, I have this idea roaming around in my mind for many, many years. Whenever I visit a classical concert, I see this alap happening, I see this taan happening, I see this sargam happening, which does not have a form.
Why can't we put words on those towns? This was an idea when I would give the detail to some music directors, some singers, some classical singers. Everybody used to get very amused and thrilled. Yeah, wow, it's a novel idea, but nobody did it.
So I said, okay, Javed ji, let's do it. But for your writing, I'll give you just a meter. You catch the meter and you write first. And then let me see what I can do with it. So I gave him a meter.
We are doing this, let's see what happens.
He gave me 4 full-scape sheets full of words from top to bottom. It looked like one magazine article.
Obviously.
That's when it struck me, oh God, what have I got into? You know? You don't realize it till you are actually facing it. Then I said, what is this? He said, this is your breathless.
कोई जो मिला तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था जैसे मेरी सारी दुनिया में गीतों की रुत और रंगों की बरखा है खुशबू की आंधी है महकी हुई सी अब सारी फिजाएं हैं बहकी हुई सी अब सारी हवाएं हैं खोई हुई सी अब सारी दिशाएं हैं बदली हुई सी अब सारी अदाएं हैं जागी उमंगे हैं धड़क रहा है दिल सांसों.
शंकर के म्यूजिक के एडमायर हम भी थे पर मौका नहीं मिलता था कि कहीं नौकरी मिले काम मिले उसके साथ. तो रॉकफोर्ड में पहली बार उसने हमको चांस दिया.
बादलों के पर्वतों पर कोई बारिश काम का होगा.
And it proved right all over the years. Nothing like getting a chance to work with him anytime, anywhere.
He sings the way we talk. As a matter of fact, most of us don't even talk with that ease.
We had actually no intention of getting into films whatsoever. And we were very comfortable. We were pretty well known in that area as well.
And we didn't want to really take it forward. But as things worked out, you know, fate had another thing completely different planned for us. You know.
Within about 3.5 days, the entire music score of Dil Chahta Hai was done. So that was the chemistry that happened there. It just gelled in one shot and song after song just came out.
That was the rage then, and I still remember it as the most catchy, most refreshing, very international. The harmonies, the voicing which was done was, I think, for the first time done like that for any Indian film.
Hindi film music became cool after Dil Chahta Hai. Even films, Hindi films also started looking cool after Dil Chahta Hai. Till then, they used to call it filmy. Hindi filmy, ye to bahut filmy hai yaar. This is cool.
there was a kind of a resistance against Shankar Ehsaan Loy in the beginning. So they would say, yes, हाँ सुना हमने जो आप बता रहे हैं सुन तो रहे हम, but you know it doesn't sound like film music. They may be good for the jingles and ad film, but they don't have that filmy style. And of course they did not have filmy style.
जिसे ढूंढता हूँ मैं हर कहीं जो कभी मिली मुझे है नहीं मुझे जिसके प्यार पर हो यकीन वो लड़की है.
Filmy music had another image in their mind and a particular style of usage of orchestra. So now their ears were tuned to that kind of music. And obviously these young men had brought some new sensibility, new style.
And they just went completely for it. I'm thankful that they did. You know, I think it's contributed immensely.
When we presented Dil Chahta Hai, the music score, to a music company, can you believe it? One of the music companies refused to take the music because they felt that the songs sound like jingles.
You know, I think without its music, I don't know if it would be the same.
For 9 months, we did not get any work. Nobody called us. We were wondering, what's happening here? Is that okay? I mean, our music is playing everywhere, but nobody's calling us for work. We used to internally discuss.
Maybe because they didn't probably relate to it. So if an older director didn't like that style of music, it is fair enough that, okay, he didn't like it, and so he may not work with us. But the newer directors did, the younger guys, guys starting from Farhan, Zoya, Karan, all the guys, Rohan Sippy, Nikhil Advani, all liked the style of music. So we managed to work with the newer guys.
The three of them are so beautifully meshed with each other, and all three of them, they are just looking at what came out. It is immaterial as to who created it. Sometimes it is Ehsaan who started the melody on his guitar, and we built on that. Sometimes Shankar just hummed something and it just sounded fantastic and everybody fell into it. Sometimes it would be Loy who would bring in a groove which is controlling the track and controlling everybody's imagination. It's fantastic. They are one. When you work with them, they are like one brain working together.
We give each other a lot of space.
You leave your egos at home.
And the most important thing is when there are three people, your ideas are tripled. There are 3 sets of ideas for every single moment. You have to respect all the 3 ideas. You can never shun down any idea. Can you write like a line in between? Yeah.
Basically, it's a line continuing only.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you play that and he can write a line over here. Nah? The secret that keeps us together, Shankar, Ehsaan, Loy together, is the fact that we are so different. I think opposites attract. We are completely different as people. 3 completely different individuals. That's what brings us together. Just like a B part, no?
Given the kind of music that needs to be created, they know that the strength for that lies with which individual.
Shankar has his Indian classical bass. Ehsaan has his rock and blues bass. I have my Western classical and jazz bass. So we have all these elements, that we bring to the table. And I think the fact that we've completed 20 years, we have developed a beautiful system of understanding each other.
It's an amazing ability and it's unspoken. It just naturally happens.
it's a fun thing every day, which is why after 20 years, it's still that you look forward to coming to work and you don't, you're not bored of it. So each day is a really fantastic and fresh and new and fun day.
And that's what has kept us going. In fact, the fact is we have not even signed a formal piece of agreement between the three of us. We don't have any paper between us that we are formally music composers or we have this agreement.
After you finish recording, you don't even know who's done what in the song. So that's what's beautiful about them.
I remember right in the beginning, I was asking, I said like, do you think I need to go and study some Indian music so that we could communicate better? And he said, no. Saying the whole idea is that you bring what you bring to the table, because if I studied Western music, there's no point. No point you being there. And if and vice versa. So each person brings his speciality to the table. It's very much like India. It's like how we are as a culture. The diversity is our strength. And if you can't see that and use it, it's a shame.
निद्रा में किसने याद की और जगाए सारी रहना रे पिया जगावे जिया जगावे दिया जगावे रे आवे रे हिचकी आवे रे हिचकी आवे रे
Such a beautiful teamwork उनके साथ काम करते हुए मतलब ये नहीं लगता कि हम किसी बंदिश में किसी नौकरी पे बैठे होंगे किसी काम कर रहे क्रिएटिविटी का आलम रहता है क्रिएटिविटी उपज का आलम रहता है उनके साथ काम करते हुए